Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. We got our loud and local band of the week. This week, it's Clay City. Our loud and local band of the week is Clay City. You want to find out where they're playing, how you can get their music?
Well, if you want to see them, tonight's the night. Head over to El Corazon. Clay City is going to be playing there.
And don't forget, man, you want all the info about loud and local bands, just go to the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. Sunday nights, 2 solid hours of all local music. It's loud and local. Sundays at 10. Great bands like Clay City. Friday, everybody.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Very excited for Friday. Yeah, Friday's good. Yeah. Friday's great. That's right.
Also,
wife is coming to town.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, tomorrow's a very special day.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's
right.
Star Wars Day.
Also, looks like my parents are on the phone. They have something to say to a certain member of our show.
Oh.
It's a day in advance, but...
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Reverend.
Happy birthday to you.
So sweet.
We love you. Happy birthday. Hugging kisses.
Aw, I
Love you.
get a kiss from your mom. My dad even loves you.
Wow.
That's right.
That's big.
That is. That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Steve's parents and everyone out there.
Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow you're having a big birthday party.
Yeah, which is really fun. So for my 40th, I'm going to be a total adult and have a Nerf Battle Royale. So
Wow, 40 years old. You were a baby when you started on this show.
I really wasn't. I was like 26.
All right, well. you were a bit of a...
Yeah, not so much there.
Stunted adult.
Absolutely.
Yeah, how's
Still
that?
am on that one. Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Justin in Ferndale to take on Steve. Justin, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. What's he playing for today? He is playing for tickets to check out Pain in the Grass on the Friday show, which is August 2nd, featuring Disturbed in this moment. Plenty of other great bands as well. Go to KISW.com for all the details. And if you want tickets, they are available through Live Nation. All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Justin will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Justin, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Which band that shares its name with a German city had the hit song Take My Breath Away?
Ooh, pass.
What animal is on the box of the cereal Golden Crisp?
Bear.
Yes. What kind of fish is lox made from? What was that?
Salmon.
Yes. Amy Poehler played Leslie Knope on what NBC sitcom?
Parks and Rec.
Yes. What letter of the alphabet is the only one with more than one syllable?
W.
Yes. A popular phrase from Star Wars is "May the what be with you."
Force.
Yes. Bicycle motocross is shortened to what three-letter term?
BMX.
Yes. Who played the Fonz on TV?
Oh, pass.
How many sizes did the Grinch's heart grow on Christmas Day?
3 times.
Yes. What name is given to the unit of electrical resistance?
Ohms.
Yes. Which band that shares a name with the German city had the hit song "Take My Breath Away"?
Alba.
No, that's not German city. 8 correct.
I'm going to go to ABBA, Germany soon.
Are you? You're going to get some
It's a beautiful country there.
Yeah.
I was just there. Yeah, it was great.
Well, I mean, you're not. I mean,
That was my time, man.
guessed.
I mean, I was
Really?
I was a young man when that song was big.
Was a big.
It was a big. I was a younger man. Makes me think of when I was a Vicky's age.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe even a little younger,
I was
actually.
going to
than
say,
Vicky.
like, what, 60 years ago?
Yeah, that's about it. Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Which band that shares its name with the German city had the hit song "Take My Breath Away"?
Take my breath away.
Berlin. Yes. Nice. What animal is on the box of the cereal Golden Crisp? A frog. No. Monkey. No. Oh, crap. A tiger. No. Wow. What kind of fish is lox made from? Salmon. Yes. Amy Poehler played Leslie Knope on what NBC sitcom? Is that 30 Rock? No. Parks and Rec. Yes. What letter in the alphabet is the only one with more than one syllable?
Wait, no.
W. Yes. Yay. A popular phrase from Star Wars is "May the what be with you."
Fourth.
No.
Oh, force.
Yes.
Damn it.
Bicycle motocross is shortened to what three-letter term?
BMX.
Yes. Who played the Fonz on TV?
Arthur Fonzarelli.
No.
Henry Winkler.
Yes. How many sizes did the Grinch's heart grow on Christmas Day?
6.
No.
3.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a tie.
Oh, yeah. Good job, Justin.
Hey, awesome, guys.
All right, you hang on. Justin gets the tickets. I'm happy about that. I don't get the song, but Justin gets to go to Pain in the Grass. That's cool.
Nice. Exactly. You didn't get to the last question, and I don't know if you're going to get it or not, but what is the name given to the unit of electrical resistance? Okay, yeah, I was like, maybe you would have been able to get to it. No.
It's also kind of, you could say it's also it's kind of a transcendental meditation.
Yeah.
Too.
You say it when you're meditating.
I mean, it's not spelled the same, but
yes,
that's it.
Well, look at that. Good clue there, DJ.
No problem, buddy.
The only other one you missed, the animal that's on the box, the Golden Crisp. When you said frog, you're thinking Honey Smacks.
Yeah.
But this one is the bear.
The bear.
The bear. Justin got that one correct. And because of that, he got a tie with Steve, so he's going to Pain in the Grass.
That's right. All you got to do is tie or beat Steve, and you get the prize, whatever it is. And this was a good one, of course. Well, the Rev's birthday is tomorrow, of course, and tomorrow is May 4th. And yes, he had the Star Wars question because it is Star Wars Day, because May the 4th be with you.
Someone here said Rev is born on May the 4th. A true Jedi.
Yes, he is. I think he's more of a Sith. Yeah. Because you never see... It's just him and his wife, and the Sith is only ever 2 of them. So,
yeah, I think more along. Now those are Star Trek, you dork. My bad.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper.
Oh, that's different. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
I gotta make sure I wear my Star Wars shirt that says Star Wars #1 fan, and it's got the Enterprise as the.
I would have thought you would have worn that today, since.
Well, I was repping Crypticon because Crypticon's this weekend, so I have my Crypticon shirt on.
Well, you can't beat that either.
Yeah,
man.
Just here to show some support.
That is pretty cool artwork. That artwork is old school and like a Robert L. Crumb looking sort of drawing that you have on there. I love.
Yeah, it's from last year's Crypticon.
Yeah. And if you don't know Robert L. Crumb, he used to be an old school sort of like a horror comic book artist, and his stuff was so awesome. Love his stuff, and just the freakiest looking things from the 50s and 60s that guy would do. But yeah, May the 4th, dude, that is tomorrow. I am celebrating with a Star Wars wedding, which is pretty fun. One of Sarah's friends is getting married. And yeah, well, you know, Sabrina and Rogelio, why not give them a little away?
Yeah.
Hey, happy wedding day tomorrow.
Wait, so they're having a Star Wars themed wedding?
Yeah.
Well, perfect timing.
And she's just, well, they timed it that way.
Well, I mean, that.
I mean, they picked the date, Steve. It's not like it was like.
I know that, but I mean, it's a Saturday, which May 4th is always on a Saturday.
I agree.
The timing is perfect that it's a weekend wedding on May 4th.
I think they probably would have. I'm sorry. I mean, I know. I mean, you're right. Who would sit there and chide you over this? But I'm sure they thought about that when they said, "Hey, let's pick a wedding day. Yeah. I love Star Wars. Hey, look, it falls on a Saturday in 2019. Let's do this."
So, are the groomsmen going to be stormtroopers?
They said everybody dress as wild and Star Warsian as you can.
They got to have all the. I'm not their wedding planner, but wouldn't that be awesome if all the groomsmen were stormtroopers?
Yep, it would be cool. I don't know what that would cost. Because I mean, if you got a good stormtroopers outfit, I've seen some good ones.
She going to be dressed as Leia and him as Luke and make things awkward?
See, that would be hysterical,
right?
Yeah,
for the kissing of the
yeah, or like for the first part, sister. The first part of the wedding, he dresses as Luke, and then finally he comes out as Han because he's the one that actually, spoiler alert, gets Leia in the end.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And maybe in other places too. But anyway.
I don't know what's going on in their wedding night.
No.
That's a cool wedding, though. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, and Sabrina's actually, out of Sarah's friends, she's a really, really cool girl that doesn't just want to do things like so ceremonial. So it should be a really fun wedding. And dude, it's funny as an adult when you see the kids that used to hang around your house as little kids, they're now getting married. It's like, oh man, I look at my wife and go, we used to be those young people getting married, and now we're the old folks that sit at the table. My wife and I might be the oldest people at this wedding outside of the parents.
So you should dress as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, that would have been a great idea. Why didn't I do that?
You still have time.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a tie. I decided I got a Star Wars tie and just,
just get like some brown fabric and wrap it around you.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
And have a lightsaber.
And then I could disappear halfway through the wedding.
Yes.
And go, if you let me leave this wedding now, I will be more powerful than you'll ever know.
Extra points to anyone who shows up as Jabba.
Well, by the time I get done eating, I probably will leave as Jabba.
Well, by the end of the night, you should change into that costume.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh,
dear. That would be cool.
Would the ring bearer be like R2-D2?
I would imagine so. I don't know how deep she goes into the new movies, because BB-8 could also be a ring bearer. I don't know.
That could be the flower girl.
Yeah.
Somebody says, my wife walked down the aisle to the Imperial March at our wedding.
Oh, yeah.
I've actually been to a wedding where all the groomsmen and the husband-to-be walked down to that song. It was fantastic.
That's cool. A bit of an ominous song.
It was funny because the bride walked to like a really cutesy love song, so it was pretty funny.
Well, when you think about how most weddings end 50% in divorce, I mean, that's probably an apropos march for anybody, is the Imperial Death March.
Wow.
Happy wedding to your friend, Sarah.
Yeah.
And also, there are some gentlemen and ladies that think once they get married, their life is over anyway. So again, also an applicable
touching tribute.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's surely the death of your single days.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at it that way.
Oh, that's very positive. Yes.
Yeah, it's like
you're here to celebrate the death of my single days.
Yeah. But think about it, though. We look at death as a bad thing, but really, for something new to happen, something old has to go away.
True.
And so being single and being young as a child goes away. Now you're, an adult and you're moving into a relationship forever kind of thing until death do us part. Again, death is there.
Somebody says you should dress up as Jar Jar Binks.
Ugh. Misa don't think nobody would like that, Naboo.
Oof.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see pictures from this wedding.
It's going to be awesome. I think I'm going to be the tamest one there. But,
not if you go as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
All right. Well, you got to get me that outfit. Vicky, can you order it up in time?
Maybe.
Okay. We have an Ewok costume for Lulu. She can come if you want.
You know something? I think she would find that to be super adorable, actually. If somebody brought their dog dressed as an Ewok, I can't imagine people would be upset about that.
Nice.
Yeah. Even I would probably get a smile on my crabby old face if there was an Ewok dog that walked into this thing. Yeah, I have to say. All right, Steve, you're invited.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, we got to talk about this woman that matched with someone on Tinder, and it turned out to be her professor. And then, if that wasn't awkward enough, he sent her a rather odd message on the dating app. What that message say? I'm going to tell you. I'll do that at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. This is Post on Imager, a screenshot of a Tinder conversation that someone posted. I don't know. A lot of times with stuff on Reddit and Tinder, and the more outrageous they are, the more like, I don't know how true these are. But
what? The internet is completely true.
But Abraham Lincoln told us everything on the internet is real.
Oh, he did say that. Yes. So, all right. Well, it's funny either way. Someone posted, quote, I matched with my professor right after our final. So on Tinder. So there's a college student, and she's on Tinder and matched with her professor.
Nice.
That's awkward.
Well, you don't know until you find out, right? It's like you both have to swipe and be successful swipers. Is that how it works?
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean...
So the professor must have been going through. He's finished with the semester, and he's like, I need to get laid. And he just starts swiping on people. And I don't know. Maybe he was just swiping and not even paying attention to who he was swiping.
That must be it because, all right, maybe he wouldn't recognize her, maybe, but she should recognize him, right?
Sometimes it's more or less seeing if they swiped on you, because I've run into people from high school or people I know. I'm like, let me see if they swiped right on me. So I swipe right, and it's a match.
Plus, I mean, it's hot. That's your teacher. I'm going to swipe on him.
Oh, so you're
maybe he's hot too.
Yeah, so you're swiping on people and you don't really want to be with them. I would be so disappointed if somebody just swiped me to see if I swipe them, and then they go,
"Oh yeah, that's what Tinder is. That's what everyone talks about. Is that they just sometimes are just swiping just to get that adrenaline rush of someone also swiping for them, but they have no interest in hanging out with them.
Oh, that sucks. I'd be so happy if wow, that girl swiped me, and then it turns out no, I just wanted to see if you were swiping me, desperado.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Well, that's what happened. The professor and this college student both swiped each other, and there was a match, and the professor then messaged her, quote, I'll take this slightly awkward opportunity to tell you your final grade. It's a B. Wow. That is, oh, man.
I wonder if that actually happened. That's pretty funny. That's a good icebreaker.
Yeah, it is.
And that'd be great if she responded back like a cleavage shot. She's like, okay, I'll show you my B's now or something.
And then he would have been like,
he's trying to write a penthouse forum for the two of them.
He's like, well, actually, miss, I'll be honest with you. If from what I see, you should get double D's.
Yeah.
Oh, lady. Okay, too soon? Okay.
Your grade's a B.
Yeah.
I'd like to give you a D. Wow. No. Well.
Awesome.
Wow. That's good, though.
I'm so glad I don't have to worry about dating.
No, you'd be good at it.
Oh, my lines would work, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah.
None of these would work.
Yeah, they totally would work.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So that could be an awkward experience. I mean, for one or both. And so based on this awkward Tinder message that someone got from their professor telling them, oh, by the way, here's your grade. What about you? What is the most awkward experience that you've had? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What's the most awkward experience you've had? Your calls, your texts, after the Pumpkins on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Based on an awkward Tinder message someone got from their professor telling them what they got as a grade. And again, Tinder's a dating service, so the fact that they connected on Tinder was awkward. And he goes, oh, hey, yeah, you think I'm hot? I think you're hot. Hey, by the way, you got a B. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, it's an awkward moment. We don't know. All right. How about you? What was the most awkward experience you've had? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Somebody says, I walked in on my dad and his new lady friend getting it on the couch. I was 13 years old.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Those are those formidable years where suddenly now everything is awkward for you when you think about that.
Yeah. I don't know if I could look at dad for a while.
That's tough, man, when somebody's being railed by one of your parents and it's not your other parent.
Right. It's bad enough seeing mom and dad do it, but then I would imagine that mom and dad were no longer together. That would add extra awkwardness to it.
Yeah, that would.
There you are, and then you're seeing this new friend. How do you recover as the new lady friend?
Yeah, I am so surprised hearing stories about my neighborhood that I grew up in, and like there was like all sorts of sex stories going on that I didn't walk in on anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I am so surprised because people are telling me later on in my life doing, key parties, this and that. I mean, people are spouse swapping, all this in my neighborhood, and I'm like, really? I don't remember any of that.
one awkward time. It was many, many, many years ago, and I was like, it was a chick I was hanging out with and dating, and we were hooking up, but she lived with her brother. But so she said, no, brother's not going to be home for a while. So then, we were just kind of having some fun in the living room area, and who walks in? The brother.
Oh,
and I'm saying, you said he wasn't going to be home for a while.
That's not good.
How am I supposed to look at this guy now?
Yeah, that's not good.
How can I be friends with him?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to see this being done to his sister.
No.
And I sure as hell don't want to be the one doing it to his sister.
Not with him having the full view.
No, it was so awkward.
Boy, everybody has walked in on you. So many people have seen your action.
Yeah, grandma walking is always going to be the awkwardest.
Yeah.
Well, at least I was just with myself. No, maybe it would have been better if I was with somebody.
Yeah, probably would have been better if you were with somebody.
That was awful.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah, you're right. That's horrible.
I feel like that was probably like her final words on this planet was probably like, I now can rest not having to think about my grandson.
Yeah, that's the one good thing about this. Yeah, I don't have to just have that in my head anymore.
I see that your daughter's in the room. I can only imagine that she's got some great stories.
That's great. Alrighty.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even think about the time I walked in on you and Mom doing it. That was awkward for me, too.
Can we not bring that up? Okay, can we not bring that up?
Trust me, it's scarred in my brain forever.
Yeah.
Oh, but mine happened at the restaurant I work at. We have a sanitizer bucket for our towels, and it's kind of like in a corner. And so I was bending over to get the towel, and some guy came up and like grabbed my ass and whispered, "You want to have a quickie in the bathroom?" Whoa! And I turn around. He was like, "Oh, you're not my wife."
Oh, okay.
And I was like, No, I'm not. And then he just stood there. He didn't leave. So we were just awkwardly standing in this corner, and I was like...
He's probably hoping maybe that you'll be like, you know what?
Yeah, right.
Might
Why
as well.
not?
When in Rome.
Sure. We have 2 unisex bathrooms. Let's go for it.
Because if that's me, I am like so apologetic. My face will be so red because I have put my arm around other women thinking it was your mom. And once I realized it wasn't, you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. You don't...
He just stared at me.
Yeah, you don't just awkwardly stare at somebody. You go, dude, I'm so sorry. I thought you were my wife, and I hope you're not upset when you see who my wife is, and don't take it as an insult.
Yeah, we didn't even look anything alike.
Maybe your butts did.
Oh, maybe you're right. I didn't check out.
Maybe he didn't even have a wife, and that was just his.
That's his move.
That was his recovery.
Yeah, that's his move completely.
Right.
He wanted it to be me and just wanted me to be like, oh yeah, okay.
Because I know Steve. If Steve were to make moves, that would be one of his moves.
It's creepy as F. So thanks, BJ. But maybe that's his thing.
You thought about it.
Like he tries that. If you give a good reaction and boom, success.
He's in.
Rarely does that happen, I would imagine. But then when it doesn't work out, he goes, "Oh, I thought you were my wife."
It's actually really smart now that you say it like that.
Steve, you got this whole pattern down. You sure you've never done this before?
No, but I should have.
You should have.
Okay. All right.
I actually had something like that happen to me outside the Key Arena for a Pearl Jam concert, and I was a street teamer. This guy comes up to me drunk as hell, smacks my ass real hard, and I was working. My thought is I want to punch this guy, but I'm representing the station. I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, see, that's BS. I mean, I hope alcohol was involved, because if the guy was sober, it makes it even worse. It's not appropriate either way.
No, but I'm just like, can you please not do it again? He does it again, and he's like, come on, Bethany. It's like, oh. And I just look at him, and he kind of gets real close to me. He's like, you're not Bethany. And he was super apologetic and ran away. He's like, I'm so sorry. Give me the tickets. He asked us to run for the tickets and ran off.
Oh, so he wasn't awkwardly standing there waiting.
No, you need to move.
Yeah, and so I was like, all right, I got it.
Did you get to see now? You see, I'm always like, who's Bethany look like? Like, is it a compliment or is it an insult when you think because whenever anyone's mistaken me for anybody, it's been an insult.
I mean, if she's hot enough to smack her butt, I mean, I'm guessing she was cute.
All right.
Cute.
You have a positive attitude.
And I feel like most guys would smack any butts. Let's get real.
I cannot lie.
Yeah, no, Bethany was gorgeous.
Yes, she was.
That's always my fear. I'm just like, we talked about this. Like, I like just squeezing my ladies tiny.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right? So, I mean, I always worry, like, if we're just somewhere at a store and I'm not paying attention, like maybe like we're shopping at Nordstrom's or something, and if she walks one way and there's just another person standing next to me,
another blonde girl.
I'm just not looking, but I just go for the goose.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Oh, dude, you got to be careful. California, there's so many blondes, and my wife is blonde, and I go to a supermarket and I'm like, I don't know which one she is anymore.
Yeah.
And gosh, like I said, I put my arm around women that weren't my wife, and it's
got to look before you grope.
Yeah. Oh, it's just.
And you doing it's kind of creepy. They'd be like, oh, what is this old guy? What's happening?
Well, no, I mean, they're about the same age, at least.
Oh, okay.
All right. It's not, I can tell when there's a young girl as opposed to a little bit of an older woman from the back. A little bit.
Oh, okay.
Because, well, never mind. Explain how I know.
No, the old ladies don't wear juicy on the back. They have lumpy.
And by the way...
A little saggy. Oh.
Saggy would be great. They need to make a line of those.
Okay, Steve. You know what? Go to Lululemon. Go to Lululemon and see if they will let you buy
$1 million idea.
Here's my idea, Lululemon.
Nothing more Victoria's Secret, I think.
Oh yeah,
right?
Victoria's
Secret. The ones that did the juicies, right?
Yeah.
Juicy's its whole other brand.
Oh, I don't know.
Come on, Juicy Couture.
Wow. Oh, are you surprised that Mr. I don't know who Juicy is has this saggy idea?
The
saggy would be funny.
It would be funny, but how many women wear saggy on their ass?
Someone who's got a really firm butt because it's ironic.
Okay.
That's about it.
All right, that's the only sale you got.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a niche market.
Yeah, exactly. The ironic market. I mean, the butt grab's the same thing. Is that something that's happened to all of us? I've had my butt and crotch grabbed by women in the workplace.
No, that hasn't happened to me here at work.
Nope.
Crotch is next level.
Danny went, but I caught him.
Yeah.
I was at one of our one of the concerts that we've done, and it was the one where I was dressed up as Patrick Swayze or Chris Farley from the SNL thing, so I was shirtless. Yeah.
Either one?
Either or. I mean, you can, envision whichever way you want. And so, I wasn't wearing a shirt, and one of the listeners kept twisting my nipples.
Oh, I hate that.
And it's one of those things. It's like, it's a listener. I don't want to be a D about it, but at some point, anytime she came by, I just ran away.
Yeah.
Because she was constantly going for it.
Yeah, that's BS.
Yeah, and you can't grab them back.
No, I can't do anything back.
Then it's top story on King 5 News.
That's the point.
That sounds painful.
It was.
I know. Well, again, alcohol being involved. And that's, the trouble is that both of mine were at listener party, like listener events. That's why I was shocked it was a coworker. I'm like, what are you doing?
The only thing that was awkward with a coworker with me is one time just being on a boat in Lake Washington. The guy jumps in the water. Everything's fine. It's his boat. And then he comes out of the water, and it was like out of a movie, like Scarface. He goes, all right, who wants to do some cocaine?
Oh, there you go.
Or blow. And I'm just looking, I'm like, how am I going to get off this boat?
Yeah, dude.
And I was like, no, man, I'm cool. And he's like, started berating me because he thought, what the hell, man? You're working rock radio. This is what we do, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, no,
and he does a bunch of blow, and I'm like, I don't know how, I can't swim this far.
Yeah. And you're like, you're driving this boat.
Yes.
Okay, great. Hopefully there's no icebergs.
Thing ever.
Yeah.
There was no icebergs. It was Lake Washington in the summer.
That's a good call.
Yeah, thankfully there was.
Yeah, thankfully no icebergs with Cokie McGee.
Cokie McGee.
Just like flying right into it. Because I had the guy driving who was a client who in Vegas, they asked me to go meet this guy in Vegas, and then he just starts doing bumps on his hand while driving. And I'm like, oh, this is not going to end well. What am I going to... And again, I'm like, and you're a client. Like, I'm here to make a relationship with you to do work with the radio station I'm working for, and you're doing coke off your wrist. What? And he had the same thing. It's like, dude, why don't you want this, dude? It's rock and roll. I'm like, oh.
He's coke shaming you.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm like, no, I have a thing.
Somebody says I worked at Club FX back in the 90s. It was an 18 and up club. Went to the after party, stayed the night, brought a girl to her house the next day. She asked if she was hungry, and she said yes. And I said, well, how about some Dick's? She said, sure. We went to Dick's for lunch, and she said she never heard of this burger place while we were eating them. It took me a minute to realize I could have had something other than burgers that day.
Oh, right.
Well, at least you still got a nice shake.
Oh, dude, don't you hate that when you realize that?
That's so funny.
Oh, she's like, sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sounds delicious.
He's just a dummy at that point, though. If she says yes to Dick's, like, at least you gotta,
go for the home run.
Yeah, exactly. And then if she's like, no, I thought you meant the burger place, then you'd be like, oh, yeah, me too.
My bad. I thought you were my wife.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then just stare at her awkwardly.
Yeah, just stand there.
Got a new survey that asked Uber and Lyft drivers for the most annoying things their passengers do. What topped the list? I'm going to tell you at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.